Good morning. 24/7, we're on YouTube, so please watch these. They're good for you. These are pre-quiz questions, and they're questions, therefore, that will be on the quiz and on the test. They're very similar to what you're going to see tomorrow or the next day or at the end of the week on your tests and quizzes. So these are extremely important to study. I hope they work for you. Here are our explanations. This is number one. 3x minus, and then we have in brackets or parentheses, 5 plus 2x, and then minus x. So our first step would be what, Shannon?
Our first step would be to distribute the -1.
Right, we're going to make that 1 visible. We want to bring them out from hiding. And we distribute that. Good job, Shannon. And somebody has a question. What's our question?
Do you only distribute to inside the parentheses?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and you don't distribute this. Some people do that. Don't do that. Don't take this guy. That's not part of this right now. He's not going to be distributed. Natalia, what's next after that? What do we get? We're going to distribute. And I'm going to write the next step in green, and it's really important to write everything out in full. Natalia, what do we get?
We get 5.
3x minus 5.
-2x.
Yeah.
Minus.
A little louder.
Minus x.
Thank you. Now, some people had trouble with this when we got to here. First of all, you got to look at what's the like terms are. Should we put a little check mark over the like terms, Stephen? Which ones of these are alike? Which ones of these can we put together? The x's? Yeah, Amanda?
2x and x.
Yeah, no, be careful. This is negative 2x, and this is negative x. If we want, we can make this the invisible 1. If this helps you, we're going to put a 1 in there. See? Wherever you have an invisible 1, I would recommend that you put the 1 in there. It's going to make it easier to work with. Yes, Austin?
I put the like terms closer together, so I made it 3x minus 3. 3x minus 3x minus 5.
Excellent idea. Okay, does everybody see that? This is what I call putting the socks in the sock drawer, the t-shirts in the t-shirt drawer. We just organize stuff, all right? For those of you who don't organize your rooms, start doing it. It's a good idea. Because once you start putting all the things that are supposed to be together, then everything seems to sort itself out, okay? So what's the answer here, Gabby? 3x minus 2x minus 1x? It's like saying 3 minus 2 minus 1, right?
3 minus 2 is 0.
Well, yeah, that's right. 1x minus 1x minus 5. So our answer is equal to -5, because this cancels out. So there we go. All right, everybody clear on that? Can you make sure you write these down? All right, number 2. This one here is very similar, but it's a little longer, a little more difficult. So what's our first step? What are we going to do?
Distribute.
Yeah, Moa.
Distribute.
Yes. What are we going to distribute though?
The -1.
Yes, well there is no -1. What do? We make it visible. Make that -1 come out. See it. Use it. It's easier. Okay, so we distribute that onto there, and that onto there. What do we get, Shannon, when we do that?
For which one?
The first one.
-2.
Good. -2. And then plus 4, or sorry, plus 2x. Why positive 2x?
Because it's a positive number.
No, negative times a negative is a...
Positive.
That's right. Pepper, what about this one?
-4 times 16 equals...
Times 6.
Oh, sorry. -6 equals -24.
Good.
Plus -12x.
Oh, yes, okay, good. Plus -12x or just -12x, either way. You can write plus -12x if you want. That's actually a good idea.
-12.
-12, nice. Now what? Now we've got lots of different socks. We've got somebody who's got a messy room. You know what I'm saying? Somebody doesn't put their socks together. There's a red, a blue one. There's all over the place. And obviously no one's cleaning up. Let's clean it up. Austin and Jonathan. Let's hear from Jonathan first.
Okay, so -2 minus
Okay.
24.
All right, we're going to put those together. -2 minus 24 together.
Minus 12.
Good stuff.
Should we change that to plus negative?
Let's leave them now. Let's leave them. Now we'll do that in a minute.
And then -12x plus...
Well, we've got plus 2x, right?
Yeah, and then minus 12x.
Minus 12x. Good stuff. Now, as Jonathan pointed out, some of you are still a little confused with the negative signs, right? This -2 minus 24 is actually what? -2
Plus -24.
Right. Good job. So this is -2 plus -24, and this is plus -12. Okay? And what's that going to add up to when you add those up, Savon? Negative 2 plus negative 24 is equal to what?
Positive 26.
Negative 26. See, you're getting confused because you're multiplying. You don't multiply, you're adding. So when you added two negatives, it gets more negative, not.
Yeah, I wasn't
Okay, and negative 26 plus negative 12 is? Negative
38.
38, good. Savant. What about these ones here? 2x minus 12x, what do we get? 2x minus 12x. Taylor, 2x minus 12x. It's the same thing as saying what?
Negative 10.
Yes, good for you. That's the same as saying 2x plus negative 12x, and that's equal to negative 10x. And is that are we done? Are we done, Stephen?
Yes.
We are. I can put a box around that and I'm finished.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Okay, we're going to be doing questions that are simplified, then evaluate. And the first question is negative 4 times x minus 1 plus 7x minus 2x. And when we evaluate, we're going to put negative 2 in. What we do is we put pockets together. So we've got a pocket there, plus 7 times the pocket, minus 2 times the pocket. By creating pockets, we now make a space for this number to enter, and it gets evaluated as such. So now we've got inside the parentheses negative 2 minus 1, which is equal to, when we keep that negative 4, inside the parentheses we have negative 3 plus negative 14, right? Because 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, plus 4, because negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Negative 4 times negative 3 is equal to 12. 12 plus negative 14 plus 4. And I'm just going to answer that in one fell swoop. This is equal to negative 10. This is equal to 12 plus negative 10, which equals 2. And then we put a box around it, and I'm done. All right, so the key there was putting the pockets together and then recognizing negative 2 minus 1, and we do the parentheses first with PEMDAS, is negative 3. And that these are pretty easy. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, and negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Easy if you make pockets. That's the point. Easy if you make pockets. All right, this question is 4 times n minus 1 squared minus 3n squared with n equal to negative 3. Again, create a pocket for yourself. 4, the pocket is something minus 1 squared minus 3. Pocket squared, okay? If you do that, then suddenly it all becomes clear. The negative 3 pops in there, negative 3 goes in there, and it becomes easier. If you don't put the pocket together, this starts to get confusing. So negative 3 minus 1, we're now doing the parentheses first. PEMDAS says do the parentheses first. So this is equal to, we leave this alone, this is multiplying, this is negative 4. The square, the exponent is still there. This is negative 3, okay, times negative 3 squared. I'm going to leave that for a minute because we're going to go step by step. This is now we've got the exponents. We did the parentheses on that step, and now we're doing exponents. This is equal to 4 times 16 because negative 4 times negative 4, or negative 4 squared, is equal to 16. This is minus 3. Onto negative 3 squared. Negative 3 squared is negative 3 times negative 3, which is equal to positive 9. All right, so now we're winding things down. 4 times 16 is equal to 64. And negative 3 times 9 is equal to negative 27. 64 minus 27, 37. 64 minus 27 is equal to 37. And we're done. The key again was the pockets. If you did the pockets, then all of these exponents and everything else, pockets and PEMDAS. That's the key. Follow your PEMDAS, do your pockets. And oh my goodness, I don't know. I've lost it. I just can't remember. 64 minus 27. It's too big a number. A number. It's older than me.